On Monday, the 11th of January 2021, it was confirmed that each of the 7 members of GOT7 would not be renewing their contract with JYP Entertainment. For those unaware, GOT7 is a South Korean boy band formed by JYP Entertainment, composing of 7 members: JB, Mark, Jackson, Jinyoung, Youngjae, Bam Bam, and Yugyeom. GOT7 debuted on the 16th of January 2014 with the release of their song Girls, Girls, Girls. Following the news on Monday, fans flooded social media with love and support under the hashtag GOT7Forever. I spoke with fans over Zoom to gather real insight into what GOT7 means to them, their experience as a fan of the group, and their thoughts on the recent news.
My name is Rina. I'm 30 years old this year, and I'm from Bandung, Indonesia.
My name is Melanie, and I am from Canada.
My name is Katie. I am 22 years old, and I am from Georgia.
My name is Elle. I am almost 17, and I'm from the US.
I'm Shu Hui. I am this year turning 19, and I am actually from the country of Singapore.
My name is Caitlin. I'm 17 years old, and I'm from the US.
It's quite new. It's since March 2018. At first, I watched a lot Korean drama, and then I watched this psychometric drama, and there's Park Jin Young in it, and I'm kind of curious about who is it? Who are you, Park Jin Young? And then I dig deeper, and then I found GOT7. Since then, it's a black hole for me.
I've been a fan since their debut, but actually since they, 2 members of the group debuted as JJ Project. JJ Project was really, they were involved in acting, so that was what get me into them, these 2 members. So then I got interested in the rest of the group. As for GOT7 itself, I guess it was really their personality. They were really genuine people, and that's what really got me into their music.
I would say it was around 2016 that I first started getting into them. It was around their flight log era. So I was going through and just watching random compilation videos and different just random videos on YouTube, and I kept seeing Jackson pop up out of nowhere, and I was like, who is that? And I thought he was a TV host or something, because he just seemed to always be interviewing people or doing different stuff, and I was like, oh, he's actually a member of another K-pop group. Let me see what that's all about. And then I instantly fell in love with GOT7.
I knew them since 2015-ish, but I started really becoming a fan of them in 2018. My sister would be playing GOT7 If You Do and Just Right 24/7, and so then that's how I became a fan of them too.
I started liking them since 2017. I went to watch this episode of Idol, a variety show where there was 4 idol groups, G-Friend, Twice, B2B, and GOT7, and I just happened that I really liked GOT7 during the episode, so I went to watch them, and I slowly loved them from there.
I've been a fan since October 2015. I guess just the personality of the group, the vibe of the group, and their songs are just really catchy, and I just catch myself listening to them whenever I'm down, and it just never fails to cheer me up.
Means everything, everything. I can't even describe it in words. It's just everything for me.
To me, GOT7 is it's people I grew up with, really. I was 14 years old actually when they debuted, and now I'm getting 21 this year. So it's really a long time that I spent with them, looking up to them, what they did in music and what they did as people. I love their music, of course, but I feel it's much more than that. It's more a personal growth experience to me.
They're just so inspiring and definitely a big motivator for me to reach my highest potential and work as hard as I can.
They mean a lot, when I've been sad, I just listen to the music or watch their videos, and then I'm happy, and they just lift up my mood whenever.
GOT7 has become an irreplaceable part of my heart. In many ways, I really grew up with them. GOT7 songs and their B-sides and everything they have done is always just a part of my childhood. It became a part of me, that I don't think I can ever replace.
They're just my happy virus. Whenever I'm down, I watch their videos, I listen to their music, and they're just my reason to keep going and just to never give up.
I felt so like devastated. At first, I don't know that they can use the GOT7 brand again in the future. I cried the whole day. My mom even thought that, are you sick? Like, no, my favorite member gonna leave their company, and we don't know if they can use their brand again in the future. And then one day after, okay, there's a news that they can still use the brand and they are not disbanding, and there is still possibility to have a comeback as a member. And I was like, okay, they are pranking us. I was like, okay, I can smile now at least. In my opinion, I'm happy that they are leaving JYP, because we all know that how badly JYP treat GOT7.
Of course, as a fan, like I was heartbroken. I actually really cried when I heard, although like we all expected it. But I'm really happy for them because they were in a bad situation with their company. We all knew that, and I feel like now that they're on their own, they can really show their potential and they really get to do what they want to do without being restricted by a contract or by their company. So I'm really proud that they also left at 7. They stayed GOT7 until the end, and that makes me really proud, and that's something I feel like we could look up to. So I was really happy for them.
It was definitely shocking at first. Obviously, like, you want your group to be together for as long as they can. It was probably a year to 2 years ago whenever all the like stuff started coming out about how JYP was not treating them well and how they weren't treating their comebacks as seriously. And obviously recently finding out that they're going to be able to keep all their like, I guess, creative rights and all their like GOT7 material is amazing, and I wish nothing but the best for them. It's obviously not going to be the same as it always was, but it's still exciting to see that they're all still passionate about being GOT7 and like keeping the fan base happy.
I'm glad for them because with like everything that's been going on, it's so stressful. Now they're not going to resign. They're going to have like better opportunities to really show who they are as artists. And I'm really happy for them.
At first, I was quite scared because I didn't want GOT7 to disband. When they officialized the news, I was a bit happy at the same time. But then as time passed by, I have a friend who's a big GOT7 fan. She has been a stan since the start. She started explaining to me, and then I also did my own digging. I already knew about it, but I didn't know the extent of what we iGOT7 would consider the mistreatment of GOT7. GOT7, who's a senior group who has such a long-running career and could honestly bring so much to the company, and yet the company just left it to rot, basically. And that angered me, and that made me even happier that, hey, at least GOT7 did it together.
I kind of have mixed feelings about it, but I feel proud that they made such a hard decision to leave the company. And I also feel kind of sad because that means that they won't be able to promote as a group as often. And it just means they're just going their separate ways. Overall, I guess I could just say that I feel very proud to be a fan up until now. And I'm just going to continue to stick with them throughout the future.
Yes, of course. Definitely. I will support them as GOT7 and as a solo.
Of course, definitely I will support them. From my own experience, I feel like I will not jump to what they do necessarily. I won't be like, oh my god, they released a song. Maybe it will take me more time. Okay, if I enjoy the music, yes. If not, no. But definitely, like, I will support them and keep sharing their work. But like, I will not put as much like time and money as I put in GOT7 itself, I feel.
Yes, it's definitely weird because I'm always used to seeing them all together. It was definitely a weird transition to be like, okay, I need to support one person, but it felt like I was like cheating on the rest of them and I didn't want to do it. But after obviously realizing that they are their own human beings, it's not just them, they're not always going to be together themselves. But I definitely will still support them no matter what.
For sure. How can you not when you're in iGOT7, you know?
I think I will. Each member is GOT7. They are GOT7 separately and together. To support just one would be kind of unfair. Supporting them individually is supporting them as a group. I think by supporting them individually, we can show how much support each member has. Imagine that support of each member combining together, and imagine the power behind GOT7.
Yes, it's 7 of them that make up GOT7. and you can't be a fan of GOT7 if you're not a fan of all of them.
Yeah, especially to Wave. Now, every time I listen to Wave and I read the lyrics, I always cry. It really describes our situation right now. Feels different. All the songs felt so more mature for me. At first, why is the title has to be Last Piece? That's my first question. And then, okay, now I know.
Although it's called Bread of Love Last Piece, like the song Last Piece itself, if we check through the lyrics, it's not about them disbanding. So to me, it's just a regular album that they've done. To me, it's not as nostalgic as like looking back to like what they did in 2015 or 16 when I was like going through high school. That's really nostalgic for me, thinking of like the time I spent when this music was released. But the one that they did like very recently, to me, is just like any other album that was very good.
I cried listening to this whole album. It's so just beautifully done. And then obviously once you research and do like the translation of the lyrics and stuff, I just loved it even more. I think it was just a way of them to like perfectly wrap up their moment at JYP. They did it so well. Everyone's talking about how they've never seen like a K-pop group be able to do this transition so smoothly. And I think it really speaks on how smart they are business-wise and also their career goal-wise of like figuring out how to leave the company gracefully and also keep the fan base.
It feels nice to know that they give us the same energy for them to actually go into detail and think about their fans when writing music. It's pretty nice.
Honestly, naively, I thought that please don't be the last piece. Don't be the last piece in GOT7. In a sense, it's not. It's just their last piece with JYP. That's the way I think of it. It's their last piece with JYP, but not with GOT7.
To know that it's a love letter written to us, I feel very like happy, I guess, because it's like their last message in JYP to us. It means a lot.
I really want them to do what they're always love, but they cannot do it when they are at JYP.
I really hope that they try new things. I feel like there are many things that like JYP didn't allow them to try. One of example is Mark into acting. It's something that he's mentioned he wanted to do, but his company wouldn't allow him to. So we want to see them really evolve as artists in this way by trying new things, new music genre maybe, or things like that.
I hope to see more of Jin Young acting. I really liked the K-drama he was in, and he like you can just tell he's a natural born actor. He's so good. I hope that them finding their solo career and just being comfortable doing it, but at the same time knowing that they still have their other members to like lean back on and ask for advice and different stuff. Obviously Jackson's been really successful in pushing his solo career while still doing different like promotion for GOT7. So I think a lot of members will probably be looking to him to see how they can transition with their solo and like creating their own brand and their own label for themselves. I hope nothing but the best for them, and I know that they're going to find a way to like push themselves and do something that'll be nothing but their hardest and best work like they've done with GOT7.
They can show off what they couldn't in JYP Entertainment. I just want them to have a successful year this year and for the rest of their careers until they turn 70.
I want to see them happy. I hope that they are able to enjoy themselves this year, sharing the music that they created but didn't get to share while under JYP. I hope that they get to do everything they wanted to do. Get it all out. Just have fun this year.
I just hope to see them happy, creating music that won't be disregarded. I just want them to do what they love in the future and just to never regret their decisions. I hope that we'll continue to stream their previous songs just to let them know that we're still listening to, we're waiting for them to release songs and just to not worry because iGOT7 aren't going anywhere.